I like the fact that, May from Missouri, where Ferguson is,
yes,
and St. Louis is, one of the highest crime rates in the U.S.
Sure.
She's claiming that I have AIDS.
Well, you may have AIDS, but at least your city's not being burned. Well, never mind, Chicago.
Right. Well, I don't live in Chicago proper, but I'm close enough.
Thank God.
Right.
Speaking of that, what would it take to get you to go downtown Cleveland next week?
At the RNC?
Yeah.
The convention?
Not necessarily to the convention, just anywhere downtown.
Just anywhere downtown?
Yeah. What would it take?
You know what? At this point, I'm very adventurous. I would go down there just to stir up the shit.
So you'd be bringing your pistol?
I would pack, though. Yes.
Yeah. You couldn't make me go downtown next week.
Well, making you and challenging me is one thing.
If you dared me, I'd say no.
Even a dare?
Yep.
Really?
Nope.
Chris Aiken wouldn't even go downtown Cleveland on a dare.
I'll tell you why. Because I'm not willing to die for either of these cunts or any of these opinions.
All right. Fair enough.
That's why. If I had any semblance, I'll put it in perspective. You remember when the war was getting ready to start and they had the big protests down in Cleveland?
I don't recall that, no.
It's like 2002, I guess that would have been.
All right.
Well, I went down there in that mess. And I did because I believed, and I'll be honest, because even though it didn't work out the way it should have, I was very pro-war.
Okay.
I definitely wanted to go over there and fucking drop nukes. I did. And so I went down there. You know, they had a big protest set up that was the anti-war protest.
All right.
So I went down there to be on the other side of it.
Okay.
And
well, before you give the rest of the story,
okay,
what prompted you to feel as if you needed to go down there? Were you working down there at the time, or did you just make a concerted effort to go there?
I made a concerted effort to go there.
Because what were you going to do?
Because I was going to fight if some shit started.
So you basically had it in your mind that you wanted to stir it up if the opportunity presented itself?
What it was the anti-war protest people were talking mad shit.
Okay.
How they were going to start problems and harass the cops and blah, 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 blah. So I read somewhere that there was going to be the other side, and I jumped in on that.
Okay, fair enough.
I jumped in with the full expectation to actually throw punches.
All right.
Or whatever would have happened. I mean, I didn't have a gun at the time, so, you know, I was just going to fight, and I did. Because that's what ended up happening was some shit broke out, and the cops were grossly outnumbered. So we all jumped in and started beating ass. You know, and that's what happened. But my point to this thing was that I believed in the cause, whether it was right or not. Now I don't think I would for that.
Okay.
But at that moment, I was buying the bullshit.
All right, fair enough.
So I went down there, and when shit started, I was happy to fucking fight. I was happy to fucking throw down.
Okay.
This shit now, you know, going back just one more second, if I would have got shot being involved in that shit, that's okay. I would have been okay to be dead because I believed in the cause.
Yeah, but you voluntarily would have gotten yourself caught up in the middle of the melee, as it were. But now this cause that, you know, whatever happens in Cleveland this week, you're not behind any of it.
I'm not behind any of it at all. I'm not behind Trump. I'm not behind Hillary. I'm not behind Black Lives Matter. I am behind the cops. I mean, if the cops put out a thing saying, hey, we need civilian support, I probably would go. I would definitely load my weapons up and I would go. But other than that, there's just no way.
Sure.
You know, to make a stand against Black Lives Matter or whatever, no, I'm not making that stand.
Well, you're clearly not on the side of Rob Flynn.
No, fuck that guy. Douchebag. I like his tunes. I'll keep listening to his music, but he's still a cunt. What fucking cocksucking fuck. And I've never liked him since he fucked us over with the MMS anyway.
Sure.
he can fucking suck a dick.
Right.
But no, I mean, because I'm not into this whole election thing at all, and I think that the violence that's going to come is going to be, to be honest, stupid. You know, there's no reason I would go down there.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. It's a wasted effort.
It really is. You know, no, I said this. I'm going to be curious what your answer is to this, because I said this, and of course, I got a lot of flack on fucking social media for saying this. I actually, you know how this weekend is supposed to be the weekend of fire?
I've heard about it, that you know, different cities were going to be overtaken and all this other crap, and obviously that has not happened. Here we are into Saturday, and I have not heard a thing.
No, it hasn't happened.
What is it? The weekend of anger or fury something like that?
Yeah. Well, I said on Thursday, somebody posted that was going to be happening, and I said on Thursday, I hope 2 or 3 people get murdered in Cleveland, but this weekend, so that during the RNC that they would fucking ban the guns. It would probably save 30 or 40 lives if fucking 2 or 3 people got murdered this weekend.
So basically you went with the whole sacrificial lamb
pretty much, yeah,
concept, right? Gotcha.
And you can't believe the killing I took. How could you hope for anybody to be murdered ever? I was like, you're missing the point, people. I'm not hoping for it, but it's going to happen.
I saw an article today, and it said we're only 18 hours into the weekend, and already we've had 9 shootings or 9 shooting deaths here in Chicago.
Hey,
so that's 1 every 2 hours.
We had 5 yesterday in Cleveland. We're at the Agora. 5 people shot. Not that that's a shock in that fucked up neighborhood, but
right? Yeah,
they had 5 people get shot yesterday.
Sure.
And this is before the RNC starts.
Yeah. But this is a weekend out thing here in Chicago. I saw it. We're 18 hours. Is it even 18 hours? It was like 9 hours into the weekend, and we had 9 shootings already.
Well, by those numbers, you'll be down. That's a slow weekend in Chirac. Because didn't you have 55 last weekend?
No, it was close to 70.
Oh, 70. So
70.
If you get down to 48, shit. That's a third. That's a third cut.
Yeah, that's a win.
That's a good weekend.
Exactly.